Hi, my name is Alyssa. I work in the coronary ICU. This is part of our nurse residency project, cohort winter 2024. We're going to show you guys how to set up Swan, some waveforms, and how to take out a Swan, the discontinuation.
Hi, I'm Shelby. I'm also part of the 2024 winter cohort for the new grads. I work in the coronary ICU.
And I'm Ashley. I'm also in the coronary ICU.
All right, so we have our setup, what you would need, all your supplies right before getting a Swan set up. So your PA, you're gonna have the yellow, your pulmonary artery, and then just a pressure bag and a 500 cc of saline, pressure tubing, and then the cath lab will send you a 3 cc syringe that is specialized, and it stops you at 1.5 centimeters, and it will be attached to the red port on your PA catheter. Then you're gonna have your RA or your CVP line that is also same pressure tubing, except you'll label it blue, RA CVP. And then we'll show you our setup. We're gonna have these dead enders on our CVP or RA. We're also gonna have them on the PA. You're going to have this obturator if you were to take out the Swan but leave the cordis as your central line. And then this is for your cardiac outputs. You have your purple syringe and your tubing to shoot it, as well as a 5% dextrose bag, because that is what the research shows is optimal. Okay, so here we have our PA set up. Obviously this isn't a real patient, it would be inside, but we have our centimeter markings. These 4 tick marks are gonna indicate 40 centimeters. So the thick black tick mark would indicate 50. So if you see the 2 smaller ones beside it, that would indicate we're at 70 here. So you can identify your marking for where the patient is at about 65 centimeters. Then we have our cordis. You always want a KVO running through this of about 10 to keep it intact. Then we have our actual Swan ports. This is where you're going to do your wedge. VCU, we like to keep ours with the red lines all lined up together. That way air can escape if needed. The cath lab will send you a specialized syringe that stops you at 1.5 of pulling back before you would inflate, but you're always going to only do 1.5. Then we have our VIP port. You can draw labs from this as well as infuse from this. This is going to be where your PA gets set up. So we can go ahead and grab our tubing. All right, so now we have our PA tubing. We can go ahead and hook this up. If you were to do lab draws, you could come off of here. Your mixed venous is gonna be most accurate from your PA line. Then you would set it up to your transducer holder. You're gonna label it PA next to your RA CVP. Then we can go ahead and show you our RA CVP setup, which is going to correlate with our cardiac output setup.
So this is going to be your CVP line. I have it all set up and primed. Has the blue sticker that says RA and CVP on it. And then what you're going to do is usually when it comes up from the cath lab, they'll have this piece still on, but we're going to take this off because we don't need it. And then it'll hook up to the D5 port. So I'm going to go ahead. So if you're transducing your CVP, you're going to want to keep your stopcock off to your thermos to keep this line open. And then when you shoot your thermos, you're going to press this off to the CVP. You're going to pull back 10 cc's and then shoot all 10 cc's through your CVP line to get your thermos.
The cardiac output, this is how it'll show up in the package. You have to hook up your syringe, and then this end will connect to where she wants to hook up her CVP RA. So I'm going to go ahead and prime the D5 and the cardiac output line. And then for this, you'll have to draw back on the syringe. It won't just flow like a IV line. And then primed. And after you've primed your tubing and your syringe, you want to prime the ends here just by squirting some with the syringe. And that's it. And then we'll come over here and you'll connect directly to the line. And then your CVP and RA line, your pressure tubing will connect right there.